The reason why Panthera Africa exists for me is it's a multiple of reasons, and if I need to kind of dial it down to one thing, it is definitely love. Um, it's been a journey of heart opening, heartbreaking, kind of awakening to the truth of, for me, who I am, what life is, and the magic that actually exists on this planet. So I want to start with a very profound moment that led me here, and it was when I was a volunteer way back in 2012. And I'd been with the animals the whole day, and like I always stayed as long as I could to just kind of breathe in and just feel and become one with the animals. And I walked along this beautiful dirt road. It was the most profound African sunset. For those of you who have been blessed to experience one, it is like an explosion of colors, and the peace and the presence that is felt is it's something extremely special. And so I was walking down this path. I was so at peace. I was so alive. And it was like you could hear all the sounds and everything. And as I was walking there, suddenly there was a whisper that told me, one day you and Lizanne will open a lion sanctuary. And it was so clear. It was so like it was actually so like alive that I actually turned around to see who's talking to me. And later I have understood that this was actually my own soul whispering to me what my path was going to be. So at this time and point, I was still working in Norway as a commercial real estate broker. I had no plans of staying in this country. I had no even dreams of anything like Panthera Africa. And that was a seed that was planted. And I remember my immediate reaction was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, this is cool. And at the time, Luzanne and myself, we were just friends, and she had beautiful experience in terms of all the animals and the operations, and I had a great experience from the business and finance world, and I was like, this can work. And so this beautiful seed and this like little epiphany, and opening up of what is actually possible, it was planted. And that was a big moment for me, where I feel that the root and the seed of Panthera Africa was born in me. And then I've thought about kind of what has been the most profound thing for me. And yeah, I get emotional, and it is my Oliver. And he has been an amazing, beautiful soul. And people always ask, who's your favorite? And like, how do you choose between your children? But yet, when I've sat with this and really dug deep, it is my Oliver that is my awakener to my path. So I want to share with you the story, because for him and me, this is my reason, my why, and so many things that has happened along the path. And so it started with me coming to volunteer in it was at Christmas in 2011, and some beautiful lion cubs were there, and Oliver was one of them, and he picked me as his person. I remember it so well that whenever other animals came close or other people came close, he was like, no, she's mine. I want this time with her. And our bond just grew and grew. And I remember going back home to Norway after 3 weeks. It was like, I need to come back. It was like everything that was in my heart. And So I ended up returning, and of course there is many other animals like Pardis. She was born when I returned in Easter, and yeah, there's like I can continue. Shani that you see behind me, that was or has also been a profound, yeah, heart opener and a liner. Yet today I choose to speak about my journey with Oliver, and. When I returned as a volunteer and I had gotten 8 months leave from work from a very generous manager, and just to figure out what is this enormous feeling and draw to this country and to these animals. I remember I had like 2 months with Oliver and his siblings, so there were four of them, and also with Shani, and so it was me and like a pride of five, and I felt like it was my family and my home. And one day, suddenly, I was told that they were going to be sent away, and my heart, like. The feeling that I'm sat with is just like, okay, I was in my early 30s, my mother instinct was hugely kind of awakened, and these were my children. And suddenly they were going to be sent away. I had no idea where or what was going on. And I remembered, I was like, but aren't they yours? Where are they going? And I was told they're going to a breeding facility. And I was like, what's a breeding facility? And I kept on asking questions, and I will, yeah, always remember the day that he was so trusting and loving, and I'd asked him to go into this crate, and he just walked there. And I remember he sat there with these beautiful eyes just looking at me. And it's like, what's happening? Or at least that's what I felt. I have learned that these animals are profound wisdom keepers, and they see and know a lot more than what we are aware of, and a lot more than actually what we know. But yeah, long story short, he was sent to this facility, and I remember every day I kept on asking, can we please go and visit? Can we please go and visit? And Lazan and myself, after 2 weeks, we managed to go into this facility. And that day is one of the main reasons why, for me, that Panthera Africa was born. Because what met me there was, I call it like a concentration camp for lions. There were lions stacked in tiny enclosures. Like the first vision I had was two female lionesses. They were not barely like properly walking because their paws were deformed. There was this tiny little lion cub on the side, like, I don't know, a couple of months old in a little cage. It was 40 degrees. It had bumped over the water, and it was just walking around and around. And I was like, what place is this? And I remember, like, I can feel the tears were building up. And I remember I turned around, and there I saw my four lions just looking at me, and I felt, I was like, help. And like that feeling, it was so, yeah, deep in my soul. It was like, what have I been a part of? And what, like, I thought I had been part of this beautiful world of helping lions and sharing my love, which I know I did and made a huge difference. But it's like, I had no idea of this backside of what was actually going on. And when I saw these animals, I was like, no, this can't be true. And I can't just leave this. And so I went up to Oliver and I said, one day I will come and fetch you. And I meant it at the core of my being, yet not knowing that I was still going to do what I'm doing now. But it was a promise that I felt was, yeah, it was me, it was true, and what I needed to do. And I remember going back to this facility that I was at, and like he kept on being there. And I remember I had the beautiful image of him on my screensaver every day. I looked at him and I felt him, and I just continued to kind of have this, like, something needs to be done. And so my 8 months of leave turned into now, it's been 12 years. And yeah, fast forward from this moment where I gave my promise to Oliver, it took about 2 years for Lausanne and myself to start Panthera Africa and to get the land, to get the funding, to get yeah, to set it up, to get permits. Like, it was a whole massive, extremely challenging, heartbreaking, because we're on the pathway of this. We yeah, Shani went missing, Aries passed away. Yeah, it was like our money went down, and like all of these challenges, and at the same time it was this drive that I have never ever felt anything like before. And so fast forward till the day that Oliver and Obi came here to Panthera Africa. We had learned about the practice called animal communication, which yeah, there's so many stories to share, yet it was a profound awakening for us to really understand that there is an opportunity to connect with these animals at the level way beyond the mind. And so at the time, Lausanne and myself, we didn't know how to practice this. And so we had gotten in an animal communicator to help us settle in the animals. It was about 2 weeks after they had arrived here. Now we are in March 2015. And after this lady had been around, she had kind of briefed and connected with all the animals. She sat down and spoke to Lausanne and myself and kind of gave all the feedback. And she said, there's one message that doesn't mean anything to me, Kat, but maybe it does for you. But Oliver just keeps on saying, tell Kat, thank you for keeping your promise. And I had never told anyone about this promise that I had said one day I'll come and fetch you. And for me, that moment, I was like, how can me and him, a conversation that was like 2 years prior, and then a lady, and how can this all be? And that was a profound moment for me, and that kind of sparked my wish to start to practice animal communication and understand what is actually this world all about. And so the next kind of step on this journey, it was maybe a year later. I do believe we were in like 2015, 16. And I found myself again sitting by Oliver, and I got this question in my mind: why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, this being Panthera Africa, this life, like why of Panthera Africa? And so for me, it was I sat there, was like, yeah, we're of course doing it to save, to rescue animals, to give a safe haven, to create like a true sanctuary where there's no breeding, there's no trading, there's no hands-on interaction. It's pure animal welfare. It's to spread awareness for the people, to change their mindsets, to yeah, also for like volunteering, to give experiences and all of this. And he said, like, keep on going, keep on going. And so I delved deep, and suddenly it was like a light switch, and it's like, we're doing this for humanity. Humanity is at the point where there is so much fear, there's so much lack of purpose, lack of meaning. We are, as a collective, we have kind of been at the place where there is no hope anymore. We feel hopeless. We feel lack of like enoughness. There's so much self-hatred on this planet, shame, guilt, all of these feelings. And it's like, how, like this Panthera Africa, like I felt like, yes, We are a symbolism of hope, of how things can be. We have gathered a pride of people that have all chosen a path that is heart-based. We are listening to our hearts. Some people coming here, it's like we're quitting jobs, we moving countries, we moving from like old kind of very rigid lives to like just trusting and going into this, no, this is my purpose and I need to be here. I don't know why. And like with tourists, we are creating like new minds, like pathways that they're like, oh wow, yes, I can actually do tourism attractions, and I can travel and I can be conscious. I can place my money in places that actually do good for both animals, for people, for nature, for all beings. It's not just about the ego anymore. It's not about I want the photo, I want to cuddle, I want to have this experience. No, it's actually how can it be beneficial for everyone? And I am proud, extremely proud and humbled to be a place where, like, we're celebrating 10 years. We've gone through like unimaginable experiences that has nearly, like, I have been on the quitting end many times. It's been tough, it's been hard, it's been, yeah, extreme challenges. Yeah, the tears are coming again, like with animals passing away, with the pandemic, with personal things, with staff, like, and it's at the end of the day, what keeps you going is the love. It is the purpose that I feel at the depths of my core, that I'm meant to be here, I'm meant to do this, I'm meant to share love and magic in this world. And the animals, they hold this every day. They show us what love really is. They forgive with such open hearts. They are grateful with such open hearts. They roar their power. They show their strength. They show their authenticity. They also show their vulnerability. They show how it is to grieve and to be happy and to be at peace and to just live in the moment. And this is my why. It is to have this kingdom that we have created of hope and love and the beauty of this place. And I wish you could see, because I have Neptune by my one side and Oliver by my other side, and it is just so profound. And they are here with me and fueling this video with their presence and with their love. And yeah, I'm truly and deeply honored, and my why is stronger than ever before. I know I am here to share light and love and awareness and awaken people to their heart song. I have a course called How to Make Your Heart Sing, and it is like this is why we're here. So this is my why for Panthera Africa, and I'm honored and excited and grateful for the next 10 years. And let's see what awaits all of us as we walk. Thank you.